Hi guys, happy Wednesday. Becky Timms here for the Drive at 5, and in this video I'm going to share with you 7 red flags when you are looking for a product to list on Amazon. So in my private label course that I created, a lot of people are like, oh, it's so hard to find a product. And guys, I want to super protect you when you're finding a product. Hey Vicky, thanks for joining. When you're finding a product for Amazon, because you're one product away. And I've said this, I think I said this yesterday. Hey Ruth, thanks for joining. You're one product away. And so, hey Val, so what I want you to do is take note. Now these 7 are things that I teach in my private label course, but I also saw them again on the private label summit last week. Yes, Valerie, my men are in the kitchen. I have a little side story. So today my bud was teaching the boys how to prep a turkey, and Carson's my youngest son. He's 11, and he was washing the turkey. And I was upstairs, but I heard Carson scream, and I came down. I was like, what is that? And so Carson was washing the inside of the turkey, and he pulled out the neck, and he was like, what is that? And Bud was like, oh, we got a boy turkey. And they died laughing. It was so funny. If you want to see the picture I took when I came downstairs, the joke was definitely on Carson, and he was mortified, but it was definitely a Thanksgiving memory that we'll have for a very long time. But the picture is on my Facebook post. Okay, so back to the 7 red flags. So, hey Iva. Iva's my sister. She's watching me. I know, isn't that hysterical? The 7 red flags when listing a product. Like I was saying, I purchased the private label summit. I think it was like last week or 2 weeks ago, and I was watching Kevin King today, and he was talking again about red flags. And so I mentioned these in my private label course, but I wanted to just share with everyone. Now this is what I recommend. This is what I don't do. First of all, nothing baby related. Second, no electrical items, no sharp items, no glass items, anything that can cut you. Definitely no hazmat, because when you have those types of items, you need extra, well, 1, you won't be able to sell them, and 2, some, like for baby, you have to have a CPC, which is a child product certificate, which is just extra hoops that you have to jump through. But more importantly, guys, you don't want the liability. And that's something I want to cover. Like, I sell supplements on Amazon, but I have $2 million in insurance. And so if you're a seller, then I would highly recommend, you're in business, so you want to treat this like a business and invest in it, because, it only takes one customer. I was reading in, I think one Facebook group last week, like not everybody, but a lot of people were selling Nike shoes, and they were selling $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month. And one person says, oh, I've got a pair of counterfeit Nike shoes, and they shut them down. And then other people received their letters of getting shut down from selling Nike shoes. And guys, I'm here to tell you, it's just going to become more and more and more of people getting shut down on brands, unless they have brand approval from Nike or whatever particular brand it is. But so that's why you need a private label. But with private label, you need to choose a product that what's the liability on items like supplements or baby items. You definitely don't want to harm anyone with your product. And people are people, and guys, people, they'll sue and want money and all kinds of stuff. So just keep that in mind as well. Second red flag, nothing seasonal or no fads. I mean, ask all the people that have the fidget spinners that they no longer can sell on Amazon, or ask the people that have all the counterfeit solar eclipse glasses. They're all fad. It was all a fad based on different things. Now, if you are an experienced seller, I'm doing kind of like a flip a catch-22, so it really depends on your situation. And what I'm talking about now is if you're brand new, just starting out, and even if you're not new, if you have some experience, just tread lightly on these categories, because it's something that I wouldn't recommend. Also, sizes and colors, which is called variations on Amazon. If you're a brand new seller, you don't want to start out with a small, medium, and large, and a red, black, and green, because for each one of those variations, you're going to have to rank them separately, and the goal is to get on the first page of Amazon. And so it's going to be super hard for you to get on the first page of Amazon if you have all those different colors and sizes, and you won't know which ones are the most popular. So for example, especially if you sell shoes, you know, maybe size 8 in women is more popular than a 5.5, or maybe size 4 in kids is more popular than a 6 in that particular style. And so there's different things that you need to know when you do that. The next thing is check for patents and the high liability risk I already mentioned for like supplements and things of that nature. Patents, you can go to the U.S. Patent Trade Organization, USPTO, and look up patents there. Definitely do your research, do your due diligence, because you only need one product, but you want to make sure that it's not a patent whenever you pick a product. Now, I chose a product before. I knew when I chose my product, it's kind of, well, it's not funny now, but it was funny then. I was like, I'm not going to run this one by my husband. I'll just do it on my own. And it said patent pending. And I looked it up, and they were not granted a patent yet. However, in the meantime, they were granted the patent by the time I got my product. I was selling maybe $1,000 a day profit on this item. It was pretty it was stupid, actually. It was a, it's called Full Lips, and it was a thing that you suck into, and it makes your lips bigger. I was actually thinking about that. Whenever you're doing retail arbitrage or anything like that, and you buy groceries, do you ever eat your profit? And so I was thinking, like, I know I have real tiny lips, but I never used one of those full lip things. I did. One funny thing is you could go on YouTube and look up, like, full lips fail, or lip plumper fail, and you'll see these girls, they have all these busted black and blue lips because they didn't properly use full lips. And it's a company out of California. I ended up paying them the profit that I made. I gave it to them. I didn't have to, but guys, it's the right thing to do. So definitely check for patents. That was because I didn't do my due diligence, but it was a great seller. So anyway, just check for that. Also, you don't want to list anything that has, it's brand driven. So for example, if you want to private label like a Kleenex or tissue, most people say Kleenex. Well, Kleenex is a brand. Or another example is a Band-Aid, like a bandage. Band-Aid is a brand. And so it's hard to compete with those types of brands when you are looking, especially if that one word is brand driven. So just look for that. Also, if you're on a listing and you see a lot of Chinese sellers or Asian sellers on the very first page, I personally wouldn't compete with that, because you can't compete with very low manufacturer prices, and they'll beat you every time. So definitely don't waste your time, actually. And then the last thing is, if all the products on the first page look similar, then the market's pretty much saturated. So for example, if you were to go look up lemon squeezer, garlic press, apple slicer, they all look the same, and I would never go after any, sorry, the thing's in my eyes. I would never go after any of those products. So that's what I wanted to tell you today. That's the 7 red flags for looking for products to private label. I'm actually, it's girls' night, so I'm going to see Bad Moms 2 with the girls, sushi and a movie, but I just wanted to jump on here and give you those 7 red flags. Hope you all have an amazing day with your family tomorrow. I won't do the drive at 5, but unless something funny happens like Bud and the boys and our boy turkey, then I might jump on and do something. But if not, hope you all have an amazing Thursday, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye!